welcome to the Body for Minds podcast, where it's always more you, not more to do. I'm Katrina and help ambitious mums reconnect with their bodies so they can thrive in their careers and at home without burning out. Today's episode may ruffle some feathers. Mindset work alone won't close the confidence gap. We've been told for decades that women just need to believe in themselves more, that if we fix our mindset, the gap will close. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't just in your head. It's also in your body. And for mothers especially, the so-called confidence gap is deeply tied to how society treats us when we return to work. The popular narrative goes like this. Women lack confidence, so they hesitate to speak up, apply for promotions, or negotiate. The solution? More mindset work, more affirmations, more leaning in. But research shows women perform equally well as men, yet often hold back, not because of what's in their heads, but because of what they're up against. And when we zoom in on mothers, this gets even more complicated. Let's talk about, maybe you are anticipating it already, let's talk about the motherhood penalty. When mothers return to work, they are rarely seen the same way again. Instead of being viewed as the highly qualified professionals they are, they're often seen first as mothers who happen to be employed. The assumption that they're less ambitious, that they're just working because the family needs the money or because that's what you do. You just go back to work. And of course, that their attention is divided. This undermines confidence not because mothers lack it, but because they're constantly being sent the message, you no longer belong in the fast lane. Studies confirm this. Mothers are judged as less competent and less committed than non-mothers, while fathers are often judged more favorably after having children. This isn't just an internal mindset issue. It's external treatment absorbed into our minds and, of course, our bodies. And in our bodies, it shows up as tension, guardedness, or even hesitation in our voices. So when people say, oh, moms just lose confidence, it misses the point. What's really happening is that systemic bias chips away at how we're perceived and how safe our bodies feel to take up space. And beyond that, parenting itself can further undermine confidence. Raising children well is an ever-moving target. Development shifts quickly, what worked last month no longer works today, and parents are constantly playing catch-up. And I'm not even talking about how they're being judged by society, especially mothers. That constant adaptation can leave mothers questioning themselves again and again, reinforcing the sense that they are never quite enough, both at home and at work. Recent research also underlines this. Parenting can reduce well-being when constant adaptation and social ideals leave mothers questioning themselves. But what can we do? So in last week's episode, we talked about rest as resistance. And here's the link. If you never allow your nervous system to regulate, you carry a constant fight or flight state into your professional as well as in your private life. When you walk into a meeting or negotiate at work, your presence is shaped by whether your body feels grounded or depleted. And yes, there are sleepless nights, broken nights, and there's a lot that also just is physically depleting. But you can still bring energy to the room in a way that is not your physical exhaustion. And it doesn't mean that you are faking it either, but we will get to that later. So you can say in your head, I deserve this raise. But if your breath is shallow, your shoulders are tight, and your voice shakes, the message doesn't land the same way, for you or for the people listening. Confidence isn't just a thought, it's an embodied state. And research backs this up. Posture, breath, and interoception, the ability to sense your internal body signals, all play a role in how confident you feel and how confident others perceive you to be. Open posture, slower breath, and grounding through your feet don't just change how others see you. They change your hormonal stress response, calming your nervous system so your body supports the message your words are trying to deliver. And this isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about cultivating authentic, embodied presence. So what can you do this week? Here are some practices. Try this, for example. A body check-in before you're speaking. And this applies to private life as well as professional life, of course. Feel your feet on the ground, release your shoulders, and take one grounding breath before you contribute in a meeting or before talking to your child that is upset or angry. Let's talk about presentations and high-stakes situations. Before giving a talk or speaking to a high-ranking audience, prepare your body as much as your slides. Stand with feet firmly planted, take 3 slow breaths, and open your chest to signal presence. You can do that while you do a test run with your slides. Then visualize yourself grounded rather than rushed. Also, again, this is all while you're doing a test run of your slides. And then you imagine what happens when difficult questions arise and panic flares, and try to feel what happens in your body. And then you exhale slowly, drop your shoulders, and pause before responding. You can rehearse this when you're doing your test run, like I said before. And you can imagine those tough questions and how they affect your body, and then practicing how you release it. And over time, this makes it easier to stay grounded when the real thing happens. Try to use transition rituals. When moving from rest into work or from work into parenting, do something simple. Shake out your arms, stretch, or take a conscious walk to reset your body, signaling your body something new is coming now. And, of course, use rest as fuel. Even 2 minutes of genuine rest can reset your body. So when you re-enter the professional space, you show up with grounded confidence. Here's the reframe I want to leave you with. The confidence gap isn't about mothers being broken or lacking something inside. It's about bringing your body along for the journey so your presence aligns with your ambition. This week, try one small body awareness check-in before an important conversation. Notice what changes when you're grounded. That's confidence from the inside out. You can be even more confident in situations where you feel like you don't know the answer or you can't solve the problem. And if you can, practice body awareness in small increments throughout the day, especially during non-challenging situations, so that in the challenging ones, you can connect to yourself more easily. If you'd like more tools like this, come join my newsletter or check out the resources linked in the show notes. And if today's episode resonated, share it with another mum who could use this reminder. Confidence isn't in your head, it's in your body. Until next time, remember, more you, less noise.